Go Gretty here. Exciting news, folks. The Gran Turismo World Series has returned with the 2023-2024 exhibition season. And for us GT1 folks, there is some exciting changes that may make the racing a wee bit interesting. So stick around and check it out. For my viewers that are on the fence about whether or not they want to compete in the Gran Turismo World Series events, let's look at the credits. If you just finish in the top 75% of your local area going into your state, manufacturers, and the region, you can make as much as 2.1 million credits. And if you finish up into the top 5%, you can get 9 million credits. So how can you earn a lot of credits? Just participate. It's worth it. Go for it. First, let's look at the Manufacturers Cup and see what the schedule is there. Now, the best 3 of 5 rounds will count. So round 1 will be at Suzuka Circuit. Round 2 will be at Dragon Trail Seaside Reverse. Round 3 will be at Nürburgring 24-hour layout. Round 4 will be at Grand Valley Highway 1. And round 5 will be at Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya GP. Layout, no chicane. Notice all Group 3 cars. So no Group 4 car. Pick your favorite GR3 car. And also notice we have 2 weeks between each manufacturer's event, which gives us a week in the middle for the Nations Cup races, which I personally enjoy as a working man. It gives me a week to prepare for each race and really sit back and enjoy those. So thank you, GT7, for that. Now let's go look at the Nations schedule. Now jumping out of manufacturers into Nations Cup, looking at the schedule, round number 1 takes us to Deep Forest Raceway in a specified car, going to the time trial. Let's see what that is. Round 2 will take us to Autodrome Lago Maggiore on the full course in the 2019 Red Bull competition car. Then we'll have the Group 1 car at the 24 Hours of Le Mans track, and then we'll have another specified car. It'll probably come with another update for Route X, always a fun race. And then round 5 is a mystery round, so we'll see what happens there. Now let's look at the details of the manufacturer's race, which are going to show us something very interesting. Okay, first of all, these are going to be very long races for the GT1 League. GT2 and GT3 League will be about half the number of laps. So we're going to have 35 laps in this race. Now, notice also partially allowed tuning. We're going to be allowed to adjust the dampeners, which is pretty cool. You can kind of tune out some of those quirks on cars you don't like. But most important, in the GT1 League only, not in the GT2 and GT3 League, you have heavy damage. Heavy damage, folks. That means if you run into somebody, you're going to have to fix your car or you're going to be slower. And I'm going to go into what it takes to repair that car in just a moment if you have not seen it. Race details, if you're setting up a lobby, all the settings are pretty much the same as our normal lobby settings are for a GTWS race. One thing to take note is just the refueling speed for any of the races you may have to refuel. That's a 10 liter per second refuel rate. So take note of that and the heavy damage. Now let's go look at what happens when you get heavy damage. What I did was I set up a custom race with heavy damage to find out exactly what the time frame was and the avenue by which you had to repair damage was in GT7. I've done an endurance race in GTS with heavy damage before, so I wanted to see what the effects were. So I hit the Vision car there, got some front splitter damage, as you see right there, kind of damage you get during the race. And then I sent it on the Pennzoil car right here and got some nice front left suspension damage, as you can see there. But I did not stop there. I wanted to really get some more damage, so got into the side of the Pennzoil car, did a little dirty driving like you'd see in a general GT7 Sport mode lobby, banged into him, did a little pit maneuver, tried to add some more damage, but unfortunately not really able to cause much more damage to my Porsche. Maybe it's just made real solid like. So jump into the pits, don't change the tires. Don't fuel up. Go right to the repairs. And you see there I've got 2 seconds for suspension damage, 3 seconds for the aero damage. Now, does that mean it's going to take 5 seconds to repair? Or is it going to take 3 seconds to repair? Well, the repairs happen concurrently. So they happen at the same time. So you will stay in the pit only an extra amount of time to fix the largest damage item, which was the aero in this case. So our pit stop was just extended by 3 seconds. Then you see we come out. Everything is nice and fixed. Now I wanted to see what would happen if we had some major damage. So really sent it there into the wall, right into the padding. Padding's working good as I only got front splitter damage and some front right suspension damage. was a little disappointed with that because I really went full send into the wall here at Suzuka. So decided to try something a little more daring, went against the flow of traffic right into this Corvette. And then got hit again. Again, no damage to the engine, only added some more suspension damage on the front end of the Porsche. Did help straighten it out a little bit now that both sides are nice and wobbly and messed up. Then I really sent it on the back straight here at Suzuka into the G7, into the tire wall. That G70 gave me the damage I needed, and the tire wall assisted me for some nice engine damage and some rear aero and suspension damage. Let's have another look as I send it into the Genesis and then into the tire wall. That is right proper damage there, folks. That is how you ruin your car. Yes, I did have to go back into GT Auto and stiffen up the chassis again. Now, as you see there, I've got 6, 8, and 6 seconds. It is not going to be 20 seconds to repair this. It is going to be 8, as my suspension is the longest component. And as you notice, the pit crew there does not actually have to touch the car. It is fixed purely on mind power alone. And then we make our way out, and voila, the Porsche is back to light conditions. So, hope this helps you understand the damage model a little bit if you're going to be in a GT1 race with the heavy damage. You GT2 and GT3 guys will have your normal light damage, which repairs on its own. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like and or subscribe. Come back, check out some more. For myself, Go Gretty. Y'all have a great evening.